Hey guys, it is Brooke with the Junk Parlor. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are coming back, thank you for doing so. And in case you haven't realized it, Brooke does a lot of stupid things. So, most recently what I did was I bid on an online auction, and sadly, I didn't get anything except for one lot. And it was probably literally the last lot in the entire auction. And I'm guessing I just got it because everybody else ran out of money because everything went for what I would consider a lot. Luckily, this pickup was in my hometown of Centerville. So I sent my mom to go get the little lot that I got. And I picked it up over Easter. So this was back in March. Picked it up over Easter, put it in the back truck bed along with some packing materials that somebody had given me because I pack using all recycled stuff for the most part. I do get some new bubble wrap and paper, but I try and use all old boxes. When we got home from Easter, I must have been I'm not really in the mood to unload the truck, so I didn't unload the truck. And then I forgot that I had some nice books in the back of my truck that I'd won on the auction. And then I did that storage unit pick, and I'll share that video up here, but I did the storage unit pick and I put stuff in the truck bed and I still don't remember seeing the books or all that packing material in it. I even recorded taking the totes of stuff I got from the storage unit out of the truck bed. And even when I was editing that video, I did not even notice that there was stuff in there. And to add to that, we had been driving around thinking that something weird on the truck was making noise, and now come to find out, I think it was just all the stuff in the truck bed sliding around when we would stop and go. Oh, brother. I can't even remember what I was going to put into the truck bed because the first time I opened the truck bed, I didn't even notice the stuff. But this time I did, and I was like, oh my gosh, this has been in there for a month. How did I forget about it? So finally got that stuff unloaded and I got the items priced. Now, the lot that I got at auction is pretty much all medical books. So nursing books, physician books, some really good ones. And I just think that the easiest way to do a book is to do a video of just the book. I'll flip through a few pages so that you can see it, because that gives you a good idea of the size of the book, what the pages are gonna include, the condition, how the binding is, etc., etc. So we're going to just be videotaping books today. And just like I do in my other vintage haul videos, is I am just going to tell you what the price is that I'm selling it for. So then you can purchase right from these videos. You're just going to drop a comment down below, or if you prefer, you can shoot me an email or message me over on Facebook or Instagram. We'll get shipping calculated and I will send you an invoice. So if you love nursing, doctor, medical books, then you're going to love today's book options, today's video. And if you don't, then I hope you will at least come back next time and watch my video. I try to put videos out every Tuesday and Thursday at 6. So be sure to click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll get notified for that next video. Okay, here we have The Nurse. It is a 1896 copyright date. We've got a little nameplate here to Miss Kerr from the druggist. It is $75. It was copyright by Pabst Brewing Company, Milwaukee, which just seems odd that a brewery was the one that published this. You can also tell here, all of the pages are hand cut, which I think that makes it extra neat. So not a lot of graphics, mainly just text. This is the Merrick Manual for $25. Rehabilitation Division in 1974, Indian Hills branch, so Ottumwa area. This is the 12th edition. I don't believe, oh, here it says 1972, diagnosis and therapy. So 1972 is the copyright date on this one. These are like the really thin papers, like what I think about when it comes to a Bible or a dictionary. And this one is set up like a dictionary with your little tabs here. Again, mainly text, not graphics. This is A Medicinal Value of Natural Foods by Dr. Graves. It is a 1937 copyright for $15. And then it also, some of the books that I have this little like tag in it. It says it was sold in Hollywood, California. So you got a glossed page and then you have normal pages, but this is more like a booklet because it is a soft back. We got peppermint and sauerkraut and limes and molasses. This is another paperback. This is a 1938 copyright date for $15, a sure remedy prescribed by the doctor. The Moody Press, and it was by Walter Lewis Wilson. There is a little bit of wear and tear on the pages and the cover, but mainly just the ones closer to the edge, or closer to the front in the beginning. And then you can see that there is staining on a lot of them, a lot of pages, and the coloring of the pages is definitely showing the age. This is the Manual of Chemistry. Very, very, very faintly says it here on the binding, on the spine. It is an 1880 copyright date. W.T. Keener up here, a little neat sticker. Then we also have some signature, kind of looks like Thor Walsh in Wisconsin up here. And then here it looks like it says Keokuk, Iowa. So Manual of Chemistry, Ripley Nichols, and this is a revised edition, 1880. So this one has some little sketches in the book pages. Really pretty good quality of pages. They're not feeling like they're gonna break or rip or anything. The Elementary Course in Practopedics book. This is a 1932 copyright for $15. It is signed Hugh Wood, and it has a little stamp here as well. American School of Practopedics, copyright 1932, Chicago. So it's basically like a textbook. You've got your different lessons, and then there are lots of sketching and pictures in the book. This is a pocket book of healing, 1962 copyright, McLennan, and it also has in here that it's the Upper Room, the world's most widely used devotional guide, and then has a Nashville, Tennessee address. So it says things like, God wants you well. So it's basically a religious pocket healing book. for $25. This book has my favorite color, green, Obstetrics for Nurses, Dr. Lee. It's the 5th edition. This is a 1918 copyright for $35. It is stamped Wilma Carr right there. DeLee is the author, and Saunders Company, 1918, must be the publisher. It does say printed in America. This one kind of has some built-in graphics, some more sketches than others, or realistic. Be a neat thing to do all the little clamps. You can see these pages are pretty glossy. This I find very weird, but there are some plates. So this like says plate 2. So it's a little bit thicker, more like a cardstock. Looks like the placenta. Yep. So there's plate 1. Another awesome green one, The Doctor Explains, Garden City Publishing Company, Ralph Major. This is a 1931 copyright. Hugh Wood, again, had this one. And these pages are also very much hand cut, which I love that look. I thought this was kind of sweet. His whole foreword was to his wife. So there are some gloss pages in there with some graphics. Otherwise, it's mainly text. Lister spray. The story of antisepsis. X-rays and other rays. This book is amazing. You can't hardly tell, but it says Vitalogy, and I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that. It's illustrated and it says Profs, Wood, and Reddock. And again, I'm butchering probably the pronunciation of things. So this book, you can tell the cover and the binding is very fragile. It is still attached. And it has some awesome graphics. So this is like some kind of plate, I think is what you call them. And then this page is not attached, so I don't think it technically goes there. But you've got your cranium here with all the different flesh and vessels and bones and what the different parts of your brain do. So this would be awesome to put in a frame. So in the beginning, we have the authors, I'm guessing, your Wood and Roddick. And then this is a 1917 Vitalogy Association, sold by subscription only. This one is an encyclopedia. That's the whole thing. So some of them that I've seen online are volume 1 and 2. This says copyright 1904, which makes no sense to me since that says 1917, but it is what it is. Donahue and Company, Printers and Binders, Chicago. So you can see the pages are pretty discolored, and then there's going to be these like gloss pages. Interesting. Sun bath, I hadn't seen that one. Hygiene of sleep. I mean, there is like everything in here that anybody would have known back in the day, like their internet. So another printed page on the white. Looks like some chiropractor stuff there, which I always like getting my back popped. We got scarlet fever, measles, smallpox. Of course, the white pages never want to be the ones you flip through. This is a simple sore throat or diphtheria. You got nervous diseases, talking about pregnancy and in the womb. Here would be a cool one if you had a dental hygienist or a dentist that wanted to frame something if you want to tear apart the book. So pawpaw seeds, peach tree. There's a bunch of different sections in here of, I'll see if I can find one. The most famous mine on earth. Here's a grapevine, tomatoes. So there's a lot of plant things in here as well. Talking about constipation, pneumonia, nervous headache. Medicine of mirth. This is another awesome plate one. This says explanatory key to mannequin, but this gives you your muscles, if I can get my finger under there, your organs. You got your colon. Somehow this one's gonna go this way. Not sure if they're in there in the right spot, but you got your esophagus down there to your stomach, so you get the idea. Wonders of liquid air. Diseases spread by saliva. Here's some more glossy pages, although I'm not seeing a graphic. Al Grant, Napoleon Bonaparte, Otto von Bismarck, Benjamin Franklin. These are gifted men, it says. Patent medicines. We've got professional remedies for different things like heartburn and liver complaints. Keep old age matter out of the system. Alcoholic liquors, self-pollution, jaundice. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what you're going to get with this book. And really, other than the binding, I mean, I would say overall it is in good condition. And they just had saran wrap around it, I think, which is probably how I would ship it. This is the home medicine cabinet, printed by the U.S. Department of Labor in 1936. It is $15. And it is basically a booklet because it is a soft cover. This is a nurse handbook. It says Home Nurse's Handbook of Practical Nursing, Aikens, 2nd edition. Saunders is the publishing company again. This is also stamped Wilma Carr. The best thing about this one, look, this is a little baby's hand sketch. It's 1918 copyright, another little baby hand and footprint. And it says 4 weeks when this was drawn. This is August 25th, 1918. Alice Catherine Duncan, I think. So this lady worked in Wayne County, I think it would have been, delivering babies. So I'll explain more about that after we flip through a few books. So again, or pages. Again, there's some thicker pages with a little bit of gloss that have graphics on them. There are some pictures throughout. Pretty much every time there's a picture, it's wanting to jump ahead. This is I'm taking that out, but this is a built-in page, a built-in chart for table of infectious diseases. I think there's another one possibly in this book that was a fold out. There are some pencil marks on this one because, I mean, they were using it like a textbook. So the reason I said she was a delivery nurse, in the back here, it is so cool. So she has written down the names of every baby that she delivered, helped with, their parents' names and their birth date. And a lot of times in these sections, she has written down the time that they were born as well. So she put that back here in the cover, and then I think that got full. Like here she's at 129 babies delivered. Let me see who the first person was. Vera Farrell. Arma and Jack were the parents. The baby is 1909. Oh, and she also put the doctor that delivered. So Williams was the doctor that delivered. So that was baby 1. Here, the highest number I think is 129. James Dean Carlisle. And then she also has a whole thing here, which these are 41. So these are older ones. But she says, babies I cared for. So maybe she didn't help deliver them. She just helped with after delivery care. But she typed them all up here on this one. This one goes 1909 to 1933. And then here is another note card. We've got some 1936 to 1940 babies on here, it looks like. I mean, isn't that cool? That does come with the book.